Massive greetings in the name of the Most High. This is Daddy Reddss for Daddy Reddss Promotions, and this is Talking News. On this episode, we held a reasoning, so you might as well call it a meditative dialogue, with the one scientist, and he finally came out to address allegations made by a one lady Ann. This is a serious thing, so you know what to do, listeners. Like, comment, subscribe, share, show that you care. Talking News. Meditative Dialogue is here.
Because it's a regular thing for all kind of a chicky people. Them don't have nothing to do on them on Facebook Live or cuss out people and all that stuff. I'm not into that.
Me neither. I'm just trying to get the truth, and everything you said is going to get out there. Tell you the truth. The app didn't record all of it, but I remember everything. It's out there. We don't have to re-record or nothing. It's good. You gave me the link. I'm going to honor everything you told me. And I thank you and I rate and respect you for, coming and talking about this, because it's crazy. It's a serious thing.
Well, it's what makes sense, man. It's what makes sense. Right? Is somebody locked? First of all, as the guy from England tell is a bathroom.
Damn.
You don't need no man for anybody here. That is what makes sense. Next thing that makes sense, when she come outside, she can tell, should I tell somebody, being the type of a woman she is. If this was like a quiet Christian girl, then you would understand. This is a bad girl that usually carry a gun for gun, man.
That means nothing easy then.
Yeah.
Jano. Damn, King.
So it's not no pushover girl, this.
And then you get caught with the conversation about you, and I can imagine what you've been feeling like since this came out.
To be honest, it just bounced off me. I've been through all kind of a thing.
Okay.
I just been through. People tell me, but I try to look. I not even watch the video because I started looking at it and her face was goddamn ugly. I couldn't leave it. I have a cameraman to work with me. Him said the same thing. Him start listening to it so like pure lie because it was so ghetto.
Damn.
Couldn't even listen to her. But the problem is these women, as I said, they make it bad for other women who have a truthful story. And as I tell every woman, as a man abuse you, report it right away. Swallow your pride, report it right away. Don't wait years later. So she's on the thing giving people the impression like she was a little 8-year-old innocent girl and me and Tommy's been molesting her. Why wait 40 years later? What scare off why she come 40 years later with this nonsense?
I don't know. I have to refer back to one of the interviews. I know she said it happened in 1977. She was 16 years old then. You know?
And she was 16-year-old. Okay, so she was older than me. I started engineering when I was about 15, something like that.
Damn.
Like, it's not like she was this little girl and I was this big man. So both of us were around the same age, but she was a bad girl.
I don't know what to say, King. I don't know. It's just that I'm glad you came and defended yourself and let the world hear, because it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. I don't know what to say. Damn.
Yeah. All right, man. So yes, send me the link when you paste it on your YouTube because my Lion people them really want to cut her a new ass, Really wanted us to cut her a new ass for the wickedness. Because you see people come out and the other people come out who know the truth was begging them, the guy there who come on your YouTube and do it. People like that know the truth. Sammy Red know the truth. Jalive know the truth. A whole bunch of people we used to record. I recorded just about everybody from Bob Marley come right down. Know the truth and know what my character is.
That truth gonna come out. There's no way what's in the dark must come out in the light. The truth will always come out. Yes.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, man, you have to watch yourself around these females in the record business.
Okay, I will. Because
Yeah,
I know what you're saying, and it's like I've been reminded of it, but like I said, my daughter and sister said they want to hang on to me now because I've been dealing, with the music on a bigger level lately. And now you, the legend, tell me this. I thank you for that, for opening my eyes again. I will listen. I will listen. Yes.
yeah. All right, Dred. So bless up and put this to rest with this lying friggin' woman.
All right, King, big up yourself and keep the link. Love.
All right,
All right.
bless. All
Bless.
right.
Cool. So there you have it. That scientist, guess what, people? The app messed up everything. Yes, I bless. Yeah. Um, this what I'm gonna do. Just let me ask you one question about the booth size, and that's it. Cause everything else I got that I needed to get, and then like I said, the main thing besides you speaking is how I'm gonna word this regarding the lie detector test. Yo, that gonna set everything free.
Who was going to take a lie detector test?
No, that's what Marcia put on my thing on my YouTube. She said she's willing to pay for the lie detector test
To prove what?
to prove that you're right. She did that. She said she want Lady Ann to take a lie detector test.
Oh, she want Lady Ann to take a lie detector test.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that gone done the whole thing. Wow.
The girl is crazy, man. Look here, the girl have a criminal past. She used to go downtown Kingston back in the days, and she used to pick people in the marketplace. She used to pick them pockets. That was her profession with she and her man. And police end up killing her man because of them criminal background. So this girl is not only for pushover where somebody will go molest her at the studio and then she keep coming back every day.
All right. So you said she's full of badness and she not to defend herself.
She what?
Mm.
Full of badness usually what I said, them was the girls that used to carry the guns them into the dance hall for the guys them.
Okay.
It's not no simple pushover girl this.
Oh.
So yeah, so
I understand. So the size of the booth, like more than like two. Let me see the booth, right? I think the guy pick. He said that two people cannot fit in the booth.
when you see it, did you watch the video that I showed you me and musical youth?
Yeah. But I was trying to get this down for the record from your mouth. But yeah, I got the video and everything because that link is going with everything. Yes.
Yes, because the link, not what we say, is what the video showed. The video can't lie that was taken 20 more than 40 years ago before we know this incident was going to happen.
True.
The video shows how small that place was, so it's not like we're making up something. Two people could have barely fit in that small damn place. It was a little tiny to turn into a vocal booth with no thick door, no great acoustic. And just as he says, you could have stayed on the other side of the building and hear somebody from there screaming out with or without mic.
Okay. And now the reason you think she did this to you would be what? Like why would she say this?
Well, what's her motive is when you look at the stream of events, she went to Charmaine funeral performing. A bunch of people call her out on it, which I agreed with them. It's a funeral. You should be showing respect. You should be showing some kind of sadness, not for you to hype up yourself at someone at the funeral. Then she came out and started talking about how people, what she had was to go through in the dance hall and how people mistreat her and how much time guys try to rape her. So if you listen to her story, someone is always trying to rape her. And when you listen to her own story, what came out her mouth when people was called out Charmian. Prior to that, someone from England, as I said, sent me a video with the time of where she called in my name when she was doing China Girl, telling the crowd to dance at Jigsy King birthday bash that I tried to rape her. So when I confronted her with it, she first denied it.
Okay.
And that didn't happen. And then I sent her the video with the time and everything, and showing that she was there, Sammy Jordan, and a bunch of people was there, and she was there talking about I tried to rape her. So during the course of the conversation, she got very ghetto, very loud. You couldn't even understand what she's saying. And she started yelling at me, and I called her an ugly bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Which she is an ugly woman. I'm not telling a lie. So she's looking promotion. After Charmaine died, she can't get no more shows on her own. She only could get a show with she and Charmaine. Is more likely, but if you say lady and alone, she can't hold a crowd with pass her one song. Charmaine is more entertaining. So when Charmaine died, she got very desperate and looking for attention. So to answer the question, vindictive, lie. She told lie about a good friend that everybody knew who was also trying to rape her daughter and molest her underage daughter, which was a lie that come to find out. So why a lot of people do things we can never be clear. Why would some older man try and molest a 6-year-old girl? Because it does happen in our women does get sometimes abused, but within this case it never happened. When you look at the circumstances and what makes sense, and the type of girl that Lady Anne is, she would not sit still or make someone molest her and not make a big deal out of it, because this is a very bad girl. She's a fighter. She's from the hood, as she says. So,
Gotcha.
yes, and then just some people just lie and vindictive. You know, ask yourself the same question: why would he rob the old lady and still murder her? Why? No one knows why these people actually do these things. Who just wicked.
Gotcha. So what happened with you in California? She said something that she came to California, and she had to run you out of the room and draw the lamp to hit you in the head or something like that in a hotel.
Look here. What kind of a credibility you that give someone? This is not right who claim that they work Obian people. When people work in Obian people, right, they're not working Obian them to make them better off. They're usually working Obian them to hold them back. What type of credibility you that give somebody like that? It never happened in California. And then look at what makes sense. She claimed I molested her. Any woman that got molested by a man is not going to let someone go and pick them up at the airport.
Okay.
Especially in a state that they've never been to. The first time she came to California, I went to pick up she and Charmaine from Burbank Airport. I dropped them off at the hotel where we always have other artists, and did not go inside of our room because of the parking situation.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I dropped them off. She went straight to our room. When time come to showtime, we sent a cab to pick her up. I never been in the woman's room. So someone who says that they work Obian people, this is her words on tape, You cannot trust and believe anything that they tell you. I didn't do her anything in California room. And then if I even did that to her, give her the benefit of the doubt. I did that to her. Being the type of person that she is, when she come to the stage show, she'd have broadcast it on the mic. She'd at least tell the promoters. She would not be calling me every other day if I could get a copy of my phone record to show that this woman was calling me every other day. Wants to come back to California, right? I never touch the money for the avoidance of doubt, because a lot of people who is middleman, they
Dave.
get $1,000 and they tell the person who's supposed to earn the money that they get a lesser amount. So to erase that doubt, I always make the promoter pay the artist directly, so the artist not wondering if I skim some money from them. You say you want $1,000, okay? Hey, promoter, send her the $1,000. So she get what she said she wanted.
Understood.
And the promoter also don't feel like I want if I'm putting money on top of it. I do that with every artist. I just did a keyboard track with somebody who called me to do some work. I make a recommendation. Hey, here's a keyboard player contact number. You and him negotiate. So both people involved not wondered, well, he told me $1,000. I wonder if it's really 500 that the keyboard player wants. And the keyboard player is not going to be thinking, well then, I told him $1,000, but I wonder if he collected 15 on the car. For that reason, I always put the person who wants the job and the person who is going to do the job in contact, so there is no middleman. So it erases all doubts on both the person who wants the job and the person doing the job, if the money that's being negotiated is accurate. I do that personally. That is part of my protocol, just for the avoidance of doubt. So, taking the money from her, the person who she claimed reading the show and had paid the money to didn't know anything, because she was also accusing that person of molesting her daughter.
Damn. This is tough.
So this woman have a strong history of always talking about somebody is sexually harassing them. Now when she do it to me, I wonder if when she claimed that she's going to the dances, if all these people raped her, and again did really rape her. She claimed that I want to squeeze her breast. I never sent her do her anything that she had was to go to the hospital. I never used to beat the shit out of her. And kick her in her pregnant belly and all of that. Why is she not calling these people names who did her way more harm? The only thing she said I did was to touch her breast and squeeze it. Why is she not calling these people names?
Here you came.
Yes, I wonder who sent this girl.
All right.
To try to do.
So that means, for the record, not even any time. Nothing has ever happened with any type of sexual advances between you and Lady Ann. Ever. Nothing that she could be confused about, you're saying?
Nothing ever happened. Look how much other men. The same thing happened with. This woman who said this basketball guy that got nominated as a basketball player to jail for much years. And then she confessed on camera that she made the whole thing up. It's a consistent problem with these women. And if you notice, right, and I tell every woman, right, cut your pride. It doesn't matter if you're going to get believed. Report it right away. At least you have it on record right away.
True.
Not 40 years later. Not 1 month later. Report it right away. Don't matter if people going to believe you. Report it. Report it right away. Look at, I come out of a family of women. Majority of the people in my family is all women. I wouldn't want one of my niece, our girlfriend, our friends. I work with women all over the world. I wouldn't want that happen to them.
Definitely not.
I don't like when men do these things to women.
Nope. I agree.
But on the other side of the coin, you have these women, they come to these concerts. Sometimes they know you're a family man. Some artists get fearless and go with them. And when they realize they're a one-night stand and you're not leaving your family for them, the next thing they do is try to score, to say you rape them.
Damn.
And you molest them.
Wicked. We have to guard ourselves in life. You know? Got to. I understand that. God knows, Star.
Once she becomes a public figure, then if you notice, it's mostly public figures these things happening to. Weinstein, Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson,
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
True.
The list goes on. Running for the Supreme Court, presidents.
Mm-hmm.
And what they all have in common, decades later. Oh yes, when I was in high school, he touched me for his breast, so he can't be Supreme Court. Now he can't make it to the Supreme Court. Okay, just give her the benefit of the doubt. He might have touched you on your breast if both of you were kids. And again, for the record, lady, I'm making it look like I was this older man than she.
What year you born? She born 61.
61.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have like a 1 year difference, and then we don't even know if she's telling the truth because we see on the records that suggests she's older.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Right, so it's not like we 5 or 10 years apart. She making it seem, and then if you look at that video at Musical Youth, she came to that studio about 3 years before that. So we're even younger. She making it look like I was this older man than she.
Okay. And you guys like the same age. I get it.
And I know other women about the same age and they don't look like she. Why she look like that? You see, Karma is a bitch, you know. For all those people pocket that she used to pick. Downtown Kingston, and for all those people who get murdered by people she might be involved with, all those sin is what pile up on her. Why she now looking like that? She look like evil. I'm not scared to say it. It's not a joke. It's not fabricated. Unfortunately, she look like evil because of the karma and sin that she has on her. Sin is very ugly, and when you look at her, she look like sin.
All right. So according to what you just said, is there any way you can give her any advice to try and free herself from that?
Oh, she?
Yeah, if you have any.
You know what? We have a merciful and forgiving God. Make ourselves right with God. Okay, here's what. You might have all kind of problems in life that you can overcome, but when you have a problem with God, or God have a problem with you, then you do.
Okay.
So, the iniquity and obia which claim that she work, because I only learned this because of what came out of her mouth, that all these artists work obia, and she work obia too, which is in obia, for those who don't understand, is the equivalent to Jamaican witchcraft. That's what it is, putting spells on people. And then you have some people, them so far down the rabbit hole with them sin that there's no return. And you have some people directly tell you that them don't believe in God and there's no God. And I run into a lot of beautiful women that tell me that them don't believe in God. And I would say, wow, I didn't know that there were so much women who don't believe in God. So she may be one of them. Why is she so wicked? Because you can't have no God in there if your robe is so wicked. What kind of God you having if you're so wicked?
Yeah, you king. I'm glad that you gave us a chance to bring you on the platform and you talk and everything. I'm gonna put together 100% for the world, and it's going out today. Finally.
Well, good. And please post a link to the video that demonstrate because we went
Yes.
to really do there and we demonstrated that none of it was a stage. The guy that here come to the front, right? And
Yep.
come to us and what's going on in there. He was all the way to the other side of the building. It's a much bigger building than Tubby's. And none of it staged. And a bunch of other people that didn't come out of the other room just saying, what's going on? So when he went back there and said, no, I just hope them around there doing a film, doing a video, they all didn't come, but a lot of people all over the studio could clearly hear a woman screaming, much less that tiny house with no acoustic. You'd have heard her loudmouth all over the building. Because if you even go outside the building and stand up around the back and people in the studio DJing or performing, singing, you could still hear everything. And then to the type of loudmouth, brawling person who Lady Ant is, when she finally come out that room, you would not hear the end of it. You would hear her mouth from here to Miami talking about how somebody molested her. So yes,
Okay.
hope this put a nail in her coffin, and this be the end of it.
All right, legend. Thank you very much. And let me get to work and get this package, and I'll get it out to the whole world. But musically, what's going on the last 10, 15, 20 years for scientists, and what's going on right now in the future for you musically?
Well, I have a bunch of music I've been doing outside of reggae. Marvin Gaye remix, all kind of artists, Justin Crenbin, all kind of artists that I've been working with outside of reggae. And to tell you the honest truth, I have an easier time dealing with professional people than some of these artists and producers from Jamaica. Because them have this, some of them, and again, please pay attention to the word some. Some of them is just crooked. Some of them is just too ghetto. Some of them don't have no sense, don't have no academics about them, and they're not understanding contract. And again, a contract is just a promissory note. You give them a contract and they sign a contract, they won't abide by the rules and the agreement of the contract. So, it's part of the reason why one day I just get up and leave Jamaica because I couldn't deal with it no more. I just couldn't deal with it no more. So, I've been doing other things outside reggae. I did a Shaka Khan remix.
Nice.
I did a bunch of things outside reggae that I find a little bit more easy. It's unfortunate because sometimes I like visit Jamaica, but I ask myself, do I really want to go down there and deal with that? With that mentality that's coming from some of these people. And then the whole situation is going on in Jamaica with the violence and all of that is just so disturbing, man. I would love to visit Jamaica, but I know that if I go down there, I won't be left alone. I won't be left alone. My new project coming up is King Gizzard. I don't know if you know who that is. He's not in the reggae world, and I find when I deal with people at that level, things is easier. They just allow me to do what I do. They do what we do. We bring both talents together, and we create this big massive energy. And when you're an artist, you have a moral responsibility that you're not polluting the airwaves of music with some of the lyrics that I hear coming out of some of these artists' mouth in Jamaica, and is why Jamaica have so much damn problems with the violence, because you in America, you work way for way, because people don't, in America is a very tough place. People don't walk and pick up money, and people don't give away money in America. You have to work with shit.
True.
And then you get your money now and go Jamaica, you have to pay a Dan. The Dan say want the money. If you send what you can afford to send, the Dan said that too little bit. Because you're there for a long time.
Damn.
And then the police department down there, some of them is just as crooked.
That's crazy. So what would be a possible solution to the crime situation in Jamaica right now? Because it's out of hand, but I say crime is out of hand everywhere. But since we talk in Jamaica, it's out of hand down there. So what would be a possible solution that you see?
Here's what, man. The first thing starts with God, because when somebody,
Yep.
okay, you're going to rob the old lady, but do you really have to kill the old lady after you take her like a truck? So,
nope.
What control them people mind? And make no mistake, Jamaica been like that from day one, going all the way back to Henry Morgan and the pirates.
Okay.
So, one of the solutions is you have to lead by example, right? You can't have no police just a shoot a man because he have a draw weed or a pen knife. Even with a gun, right? If he fire at you and continue to fire after you, and you shoot him, then that's one thing he can say defend himself. But just because he have a gun on you, when I was down here, that's how it was. He have a gun on him, you push him off and just kill him. All right. What is good for the geese is good for the gander. The politician, like before Seaga did, in keep running terms after term after term after term. That have to stop. Police can't brutalize people. It has to be one law where everybody has to abide by. The different privileges them. Because this one, well then you get a pass. All that have to stop. Right? People have to, because laws is very important,
Yeah.
Just like we all have to stop at the red light. Well, there's a reason, because if nobody not stopping at the red light, well then you have all these accidents.
Of course.
You need to clean up downtown, and then create a market. I don't know about now, but I remember back that time, the eagle of them used to come. I understand them position, and them just on the sidewalk, take it over downtown, stink with gutter water. You try to put them inside of the market, and then make a big stink out of it. So people have to cooperate with each other. The bad-minded business have to stop.
True.
Right. Everybody have to look out for everybody. I personally, I'd park a tank. I'd turn some of them bad boy place where they terrorize people into a military. We make it part of JDF. Then just go down there and park a damn camp. Set up some and take it over. Okay, look at what. Here's what. Jamaica can't really fight no war like if America or the next country decide to take it over. JDF would be over in 2 minutes. So, the sensible thing to do is turn them into a part of the police department. Okay. Where them go to all these places where you have some little idiot that terrorize people. Right, set up barracks down there, find out who doing what.
Gotcha.
Right, and And you can't have and then you keep switching them up so them don't get no time to get too cozy.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. They should do that with the police them too. And I really believe that in every country, like every 5, 6 years, make new police. Because you know why? When they stay too much, them tend to get corrupted in every country. Yes, just switch them up.
Yeah, you switch them up. Jamaica, well then you can't have the same police working the beat in that area over a certain amount of time. Every day, it have to be a new one every couple of days.
Yeah.
So
'Cause- yeah.
this one here, you send them over there, and you wouldn't shot the police because you keep moving them around.
Which is
So
right.
them don't. It have a disadvantage to it because you see, when the police if it's a good police, it becomes part of the community, and then him get to know the people, and the people get to know him. But the problem is when he get corrupted.
Yeah.
Like when I used to live in Jamaica, you go to a custom officer your house. For him house look like Miami. Because they were thief the people them will come back from Jamaica things and pack up them house with it. If you see a policeman, all this policeman living out there means him only making this a year, how come him have this kind of a big car this big house?
Corruption.
Corruption. Them have to be getting there. And then again, the weapons them that coming in Jamaica.
Sure.
Okay, where them coming
It
from?
must be America. They don't make in Jamaica.
Right. They have to come through a port.
So they should go to the wharf and check everything.
You go to the wharf, set up a thing at the wharf. And then again, the problem is Jamaica. Okay, so you come into Jamaica now, you have a cell phone. Oh no, you come to Jamaica with your cell phone, you have to pay this big money. But hey, it's just how you do cell phone.
Damn.
Because the government themselves pimping the people.
Badly.
Jamaica is a place where need to get developed. So make the people them bring it in. Now you try to make a small money, but not this big exaggerated money because the government them want to get, and then not going back in the community. It's going into the politician and pocket.
Yeah, they don't want it. They don't want it to be developed more than it is now. Because you know what? Think about it. You got what, like 2 internet companies down there, and the service crap. So now imagine if they make some other people develop their own internet service, or just make like 10, 20 companies down there. It will get better. But they want it like that because corruption, like absolute power tends to corrupt absolutely. So them 2 companies are my brethren. They're my brethren, so they can do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, them have a monopoly on it. It's just like politics.
Yeah.
If you don't vote for GLP, you have to vote for PNP.
Democrat, Republican, same crap.
Yeah, the same Republican. So me and you's the only person who's selling gas in town. So if you don't buy from me, I have to buy from you. And every now and then, me and you go into the town square and put on this big fight like we're fighting.
Yeah.
And then
Sykes.
everybody, we go on a golf course in a different country.
Laugh.
Hey, my God, those people really some stupid.
Yes. So true, King.
Yeah, this world here have so much trouble. Honestly,
Yes.
I wish you look at nonsense for a lady and come up with if it was that the only problem we had in the world. The truth always comes out. So yeah, Jamaica needs to clean up its act. It needs to clean up its act.
Gotcha.
It's not supposed to be a place where two little idiots, few little idiots call themselves bad man. I don't know why and it's the music,
Yeah.
we did a study back then. When you had Bob Marley and roots music, Jamaica was it one climate. Right, it didn't have so much of things going on, but once the lyrics change and
Everything changed.
Then it reflected the people, their mind. Man, carry mattress in the dance for fuck woman in dance and all that.
Yeah.
So the people, their mind gone. I
Gone.
some of the people that are gone sideways.
Of course, the lyrics always affect people because me, like I said, I'm a ghetto youth all day, Brooklyn. And I know when you hear certain lyrics and if you're in a certain frame of mind, you want to go do something. That's how I go. That's how I go.
Well, I used to live in New York too.
All right. You know it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And then here's the bad thing.
Mm.
When them come from Bahamas, Trinidad, anywhere they do, and them do something bad, everybody says them is a Jamaica.
Oh, yeah. Back in them days. Yeah. Everybody was from Jamaica. And everybody from Jamaica said they was from Kingston. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. And again,
Mm.
I don't know how much you know, Jamaica, Kingston, but if you do the analogy from uptown Manhattan
Mm-hmm.
to Waterhouse, I used to just sleep on my residence in Harborview,
Okay.
but every day I'm in the hood, I'm in the ghetto. I have some people, as what I learned, the only difference between me and them is them poor.
That's
But
all.
them not no really no bad people.
Of course not. Poor don't make you bad.
Yeah, ghetto don't make it necessarily bad. I understand that when time you get tough with people, some people cross over the line and with the desperate, like rob and kill people. But again, it comes back down to the God thing.
Yes.
Because when the God thing drive your moral, then you might be broke or you might be poor, but you're not going to really go kill somebody who's poor like you for just get $1.
Never. Exactly.
Yeah, so yes, brethren, so yeah, let's keep the link and people can make some positive change in the world.
Yes, sir. Every time. Big up yourself, King. Thank you. And I'll package this up and I'll ship it to the world, all right?
Okay, man, thank you. Thanks, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Cool, sir. All right, bless. All right. Let me hang up. So there you have it. Scientists. All right? This is the part 1. And the part 2 regarding Lady Ann's allegations is coming straight to you. Like I said, reggae music to the world. And I'm Daddy Reddss. I'm the reggae ambassador. And I will always cause a musical massacre. Dread out for now. This was Talking News / Meditative Dialogue. Just look at this video. All right? And it's going to say some of the same things, but it's a demonstration of, how it would be if someone screamed that they were locked away, with someone in the studio. But just take a look at it.
Tracks with you and everybody. I'm Kelvin Panny Mike MC. I don't chat slackness, strictly culture, you see. Cause them your wicked style make you jump with me.
Yes, good day, everybody. This is to address the nonsense that Lady had been slandering me, giving the impression like I was this older man than she was trying to molest her. We did a video to demonstrate because she said the reason why no one couldn't hear her screaming is because the microphone was locked off. Now at King's Tubby Studio, it was a small house, very small house we converted into a studio. No special acoustic Nothing like that. It was just a small house. So it's not like a studio that is acoustically prepared to stop the sound from traveling through the roof to the next room. Nothing like that. It was just a old-fashioned Jamaican house. So we did a demonstration to prove that even if the mic has locked off, as she said, someone in the building would have must heard her. Now, if you notice in our videos, she was talking about all the men who raped her, who cut her up, and sent her to the hospital. She didn't call any of these people name. The only person name that she wants to call is my name, and then she's trying to extort money out of me. What she's saying is completely false, and here's the real reason why no one never heard her screaming, because it never happened. The type of woman Lady Anne is, who claimed that she's a fighter, if I had done that to her or anyone done that to her, she would have talked out right away. She came 40 years later and giving the impression like I was this older man than her trying to molest her. No one molests this woman. And if you notice this steady trend of women coming by 40 years later to claim that some man abused them like this Me Too is nonsense. What I tell every woman, if a man abuse you, don't wait 5 minutes, report it right away. So this is to the show, based on the demonstration that we did, that someone would have heard her screaming, because the vocal booth, it was just a bathroom that we converted into a vocal booth. And as I say, no special acoustic, nothing like that. Just plain walls with a very thin door. The only way you're not going to hear someone is if you lock them in a vault and it's properly soundproof with thick doors. Not the type of doors that we had on the studio, just an ordinary plain door. So, Lady Anne, you're making claims about the reason why you don't have any breasts is because I squeezed your breasts. That is totally false. I wonder the other women around the world who doesn't have any breasts. I wonder who squeezed their breasts. And I kind of have asked myself the question, who squeezed your face? What squeezed your face? Why are you looking like that? You're looking for money. You're not going to get any money out of me because the evidence speak for itself, right? And he just give her the benefit of the doubt. If someone really did her something, why come back 40 years because people been saying what you did at Charmian funeral was disgraceful. You should not be at someone's funeral performing, trying to catch a hype. You shouldn't be doing that. It was disrespectful. Once she came here to Los Angeles, I booked a show for her and Sister Charmian. She came here, she performed her show, and after she went back to New York, this woman called me every other day, wants to come back to California. Now she's talking about people who molested her. Why you wanted to come back to California if someone molested you? And why, when you were at the concert, why you didn't tell anyone else? No one in California witnessed a scared Lady Anne around me. So, lady, stop following the other women speaking these lies. And you see, the problem is women like Lady Anne makes it hard for when a woman gets really abused. No one wants to believe them because of people like she. If you notice, the president, people running for the Supreme House, and what Lady Anne's story has that is consistent with all these women's story is like a month later. It's 20 years when someone wants to do something important in their life. Then these type of women like Lady Anne come after 20 years making these false allegations, talking about the reason why she doesn't have any breasts is because I was squeezing her breast so hard. Lady, listen, you was not blessed by God with any breasts. Just admit it. It's not because someone squeezed your breast why it got stunted and not grown. So I hope this will put all of this to rest. And as long as this woman live, I don't want to ever see her again.
Last but not least, take a look at this. You see right there? Marcia Brown, the publicist, said she's willing to pay for a lie detector test. That's what I was told by her. And you see it right there on the YouTube. So, well, everyone has the right to defend him or herself. I'm just trying to stay right down the middle. You know what to do: like, comment, subscribe, share, show that you care, listeners. I am Daddy Reddss. I'm the reggae ambassador, and I will always cause a musical massacre. Dread out for now. This is Talking News / Meditative Dialogue.